Welcome to Easy Learning zed-Mathematics. The future is bright. In this video, I am going to go through Computer Studies, which Grade 9 External for 2025 wrote. If you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, I invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and press that notification bell icon so that you will get notified when we post new video, as we are dedicated to revise thoroughly for 2025 Grade 9 Internal and Grade 12 examinations. Before we start answering questions, let's go through instructions. Instructions to candidates. 1. Write your examination number, school/center name, and code in the spaces provided at the top of this page. 2. Write your examination number on every page of this question paper. 3. There are 3 sections in this question paper: Section A, B, and C. Answer all the questions in all 3 sections. Section A. For each question, 4 suggested answers A, B, C, and D are given. Write the letter of the answer you have chosen in the box provided. In sections B and C, write all your answers in the spaces provided in this question paper. Information for candidates. Cell phones and electronic devices are not allowed in the examination room. Now, let's go to Section A. 20 marks. Answer all the questions in this section. Write the letter of the answer you have chosen in the box provided. Example. Dash is an example of hardware. A. Excel. B. Hard disk. C. Malware. D. Word. The letter of the correct response is B and is written in the box as shown.
Okay, we come to question 1. Which of the following is not an example of information? A. Average age in class. B. Receipt given from a shop. C. Sound input to a computer. D. Total marks on a paper. Okay, so let me talk about these options. Let me start with A. Average age in a class. Okay, this is information. Okay, this is information. Why are we categorizing A, the average age in class, as information? Because it is processed value derived from raw data, which is individual ages. Okay, it is summarized and it has got characteristic of group, making it meaningful and useful for decision making or analysis. Okay, when we come to B, which is receipt given from a shop, this is also information. Okay, this is an information too. Why a receipt is an information? It contains structured data: item purchased, prices, date, shop name, etc. So these are put according to their categories. So it communicates a transaction clearly and serves as a record. Definitely qualify as an information. Okay, let me skip C and go to D, which is total marks on a paper. This is also an information. It is a processed result that reflects performance. Okay, it conveys meaningful information both to the student and the teacher. This can also be used to evaluate and also give a feedback. Okay, the total marks on the paper can help a teacher to evaluate the performance of the learner and also give feedback. Now, when you come to C, which is sound input, sound input to a computer, this is not information. It is raw data. You put sound in a computer. That sound that is coming, it needs to be processed by a computer. So yet it's not information. It's just raw data. Okay, so if you are recording a song and then you put the vocal in the instrument, that is not yet information, that is raw data. So the correct answer is C, which we can write as C by marking. Okay, so since we have got boxes where we are writing, so let's find the box. Okay, so the box is here, so we write C in the box like that. Okay, unless if you have got questions, or if you are saying please just zoom it, like that. Okay, Now, well, let's go to question 2, which is the printed output from a computer is called. The printed output from the computer is called. Okay, let's look at the options. We are given A, hard copy, B, paper copy, C, photocopy, D, soft copy. So when you talk about hard copy, this is the copy we get after printing out from the computer, which makes A to be correct. Okay, A is correct. So I can even indicate A in advance. Before I go to B, I can even indicate A. What we print out is called hard copy. Now when you look at paper copy, this one, there's no term in computer where it says paper copy. Okay, it's hard copy, soft copy, photocopy. So paper copy, this one is for someone who doesn't know anything about computer, would choose that option. See, photocopy, this is the hard copy get from photocopying the hard copy, which is already made. Okay, in other words, we can say photocopy, this is a duplicate made using a photocopier. Okay, this is a duplicate of the hard copy. Soft copy is the opposite of hard copy. So the correct answer is A. Okay, when information is in the computer, is soft copy. You put it on a flash, soft copy. You put it on a hard drive, external hard drive, that's soft copy. Okay, we come to question 3. The speed of a computer is measured in. So, speed of a computer is measured in A, gigabytes, B, gigagrams, C, gigahertz, D, gigawatts. So the correct answer is what? So when you talk about gigabytes, this one is talking about storage. This is about storage. This is what we measure. I have got a 4 GB. What we say 4 GB, we are saying gigabytes. G for giga, B for bytes. That's why we say 4 GB. Okay, so that is for storage. When you talk about gigagrams, this one is dealing grams, is about the weight of something, which is not mostly used in computer. Gigahertz, this is the speed of computer. We measure the speed of the computer in hertz. So gigahertz is the speed of the computer, which is the correct answer is C. Okay, when you look at D, gigawatts, gigawatts, this is the measurement of electrical or power or electricity. That means gigahertz. So therefore, D is talks about general electricity, not computers. So the correct answer is C, gigahertz. We measure the speed of the computer in gigahertz. Okay, we go to question 4. Question 4 is as follows. What name is given to a family of letters with similar looks? The name given to the family of letters with similar looks. Okay, so we have A, alphanumerical, B, style, D, themes, or C, themes, D, typeface. Okay, now let me talk about A, alphanumerical. Alphanumerical refers to a combination of letters, which is A up to Z, and numbers 0 to 9. Okay, so that is the combination of letters and numbers. When you look at B, which is style, style is too vague, it's too big. It's too big to style can encompasses a lot of things. Some of it is formatting like bold, italic, okay, underline, design choices in general. So style is, it can engulf the answer to this question, but just if we don't find any name that is specific, then style could work out. Theme, which is also used to describe overall appearance, okay, color, layout, and fonts. Okay, that is theme. So again, it does not only just focuses on letters, okay, or family of letters. This one engulfs everything. Okay, so when you talk about theme, we're talking about also including other things. Typeface. Typeface is a family of letters with a consistent design. So D is the correct answer there. because the question is asking what name is given to a family of letters with similar looks, that is typeface. So the correct answer is D. So before I even elaborate more, I can indicate the answer D there, which is for typeface. Okay, so D is the correct answer. So examples includes Oreo, Time, New Roman, and Comic. These we choose them as we are writing. Okay, we as we are typing, we choose these typeface. Okay, each typeface includes variety like bold, tally, different sizes, and so on. So, but even if you put different things like that, the appearance will be similar. Okay. Let's come to question 5. Question 5 is as follows. The correct order of the basic operation of a computer system is. The correct order of the basic operation of a computer is. Okay. So, A, we have got input, process, and output. B, input, storage, and output. C, mouse, keyboard, and monitor. D, mouse, processor, and monitor. Okay, now which one is the correct answer? Okay, let's look at A, input, output, input, process, and output. Okay, let's talk about this. So this is the fundamental sequence of how a computer operates. Okay, first is input. Data is entered in the system, e.g. via keyboard, mouse, and microphone. You put this information. Okay, then once the information is in the computer, the CPU, which is central processing unit, will process the input data based on the instructions. Okay, now where do these instructions come from? The program that you are using. Okay, where this information is put. Okay, that contains the instructions on how the computer will process the information. Okay, if you are a music producer, you are a singer, you're going to have programs like Cubase and other Fruit Loops and other programs that can help you to produce music. And then you put that information in Cubase or Fruit Loops, and then it processes according to the instruction that is built with the Cubase. Then we come to output. Output, the result is displayed at the result is displayed at the end, okay, or delivered. E.g., a complete song will be produced. If you are typing, most of us we are familiar with typing. So when you type, whatever you are putting on through the keyboard, whatever you are putting in the computer through the keyboard, will be displayed on the screen, okay, then or printed out. Okay, so this is the circle or backbone of all computer tasks. Okay, so this is the circle. This is how the computer works out. So the correct answer is A. So you can even put the answer A here. Okay, so on question 5, the correct answer is A. Now let's look at B. Why is B not correct? Okay, why is B not correct? Well, storage is important. It is not part of the basic operation of computer. So storage is the one which is making B to be wrong. Okay, so storage is just used to save information. So a computer can still do those basic processes without storage. Okay, you can do that. Okay, when you look at mouse, keyboard, and monitor, these are hardware devices, not operational steps. Those are things that the computer uses. Okay, that consist of a computer, or that make up a computer, or that you are connected to a computer. When you come to D, mouse, processor, and monitor. Okay, so again here, components, they are components, not steps. When you look at mouse, that is an input device. When you look at processor, this is the processing unit. And when you look at monitor, this is the output device. That's where you see things that are happening in the computer, or things that has happened in the computer. Okay, so the correct answer is A. We can go to question 6. Question 6, the question is, web pages and website can be viewed using a dash. A, spreadsheet. B, presentation. C, pointer. D, browser. What can we use to see web pages? Okay, what can we see? What can we use to see the web pages? Now let's talk about spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is a software tool used. It's a tool used to organize data. Okay, it is used to organize data in rows and columns. That is spreadsheet. Okay, so we usually find spreadsheet in Microsoft Excel and Google Sheets. Okay, so this one is just for us to organize information or data in rows and columns. Okay, when we look at presentations, this one presentation is a tool like PowerPoint and Google Slides. That's where we find these tools. Okay, we use a presentation in PowerPoint and Google Slides. Okay, so these are tools as well. They have nothing to do with viewing the website. No. Okay, sorry. We come to C, which is pointer. What can you say about pointer? A pointer usually refers to the mouse cursor. Okay, sometimes, or reference to a programming. A pointer is sometimes we even say you may have a pointer when you have a presentation. That helps us to point when you are presenting. Okay, so that one again, if it's inside computer software, that one is referred to as a cursor. Okay, so it is a tool for interaction, not for browsing. So when you come to browser, that is the correct answer. We use the browser to see the websites. So the correct answer there is D. So we can even write D here in advance. We can write D here. Okay, we can write D here. So when you want to see the website and web pages, you can use the browser to see that. We go to question 7, which is why is an image cropped? Why is an image cropped during editing? Why do we crop the image when editing the video? Okay, so the reason we crop the image is A, add different colors, B, add missing parts, C, change the size, D, remove unwanted parts. Okay, let me talk about A, adding different colors. When you crop an image, you don't add any color to the image. So that one is wrong. B, adding missing parts. This one is totally incorrect because what you are doing by cropping is you are cutting other parts. So you can't add other parts when you are removing other parts. That is not true. Cropping, you are cutting out an image. Now, why do we cut that image? C, changing the size. Okay, this one is partially correct, but is that the reason we usually crop the images? Not really. Okay, cropping can reduce the invisible area, but it doesn't change the size of the file. Like when you talk about resolution of the file, of the image, you don't change the resolution of the image. So at the end of the day, if you crop so much an image, it will just stretch and then the quality will go down, but the resolution is maintained. Okay, now when we talk about D, which is removing unwanted part, which is a correct reason why, that is the main reason why we crop pictures, is to remove unwanted parts. So the correct answer is D. So you can write D here. Okay, if there are questions, please you can ask in the comment section, but basically that's why we crop the image, or the image is to remove unwanted parts. Okay, we come to question 8. Question 8 is as follows. We come to question 8, which is as follows. How can a user transfer files from the internet to the computer system? By how can a user transfer the files from the internet to a computer system? By A, downloading, B, saving, C, surfing, D, uploading. Okay, now let me talk about the options. Okay, so we are talking about downloading, which is A. What is downloading? To download means to transfer files from the internet to your computer or your phone. So the correct answer is A on this question. Question 8, the correct answer is A without going any further. Now let's talk about saving. B, which is saving. Okay, saving is partially correct. When you download the file from the internet into your computer, you have saved the file. But definitely, saving is too general. Okay, we save information that we haven't even downloaded. Someone can type something and save it. Okay, so that's why B is not correct. It's not too specific. That's why downloading is correct, because it's specific. Okay, when we talk about surfing, surfing is browsing or navigating the web, not downloading, not saving the information into your phone. So that means C is not correct. You are just seeing what is on the internet. Uploading is the opposite of downloading. Uploading is getting a file from a computer to the internet. So D, uploading, is the opposite of downloading. So the correct answer is A. We come to number 9. The letters ATM stand for, A, automated teller machine, B, automatic teller mechanism, C, automated transmission machine, D, automatic transmission machine. Okay, so which one is the correct answer there? Okay, let's talk about A, automated teller machine. Okay, so automated teller machine is this is the full meaning of ATM. Automated teller machine is the full meaning of ATM. So automated teller machine is abbreviated as ATM, and it refers to a self-service banking machine that allows users to withdraw cash, check balances, and perform other transactions without human teller. So the correct answer there is A. Okay, on 9 the correct answer is A. Before we go any further, now when we look at here, we're just trying to identify the meaning of ATM. So here, when we talk about automatic teller mechanism, well, it sounds similar, but this is not the correct term. Okay, mechanism is a vague word and not used in the official name, so it is not there in the name. When we look at C, automated transmission machine, this refers more to mechanical or automotive systems, not banking. Okay, transmission is about sending signals or power, not handling money. Okay, so it is unrelated to financial services. Okay, now when you look at D, automatic transmission machine, which is also incorrect because it is all the same like automobile world, so it's not correct. So let's go to question 10. Which key on the keyboard can be used to indent paragraphs in a Word document? Okay, so we have got A, alternate button, B, enter button, C, shift button, D, tab button. Okay, let me talk about these buttons. Let me start with the alternate button, which is abbreviated as ALT. The function of alternate key is mainly used to access shortcut commands in combination with the other keys, e.g. alternate plus F opens the file menu. Okay, so that is, it's just a shortcut for other services of the computer offers. Okay, so this one is not correct. It doesn't indent paragraph. Let's come to B, which is enter button. The function of enter button, when you press enter, moves the cursor to the next line or creates a new paragraph. So it starts a new paragraph, yes, but it doesn't indent one. Okay, it does not indent one, so it's not correct. When we talk about shift, okay, shift is used to capitalize letters or access the upper symbols on the key. So for instance, if you want at, you can place shift and the button 2, it will give you at. Okay, so this one is not, doesn't indent the paragraph. Now when you look at tab button, the function of tab button is when you place tab button, moves the cursor forward by a set distance, usually 0.5 inches, not centimeters, sorry, 0.5 inches, creating an indent at the beginning of the paragraph. So the correct answer is D. Okay, please, so far we have come up to this stage. If you are liking the video, please like and share with other friends. If you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And please make sure if you have a query, you can ask in the comment section. Now with that, let's go to question 11. Okay, let's go to question 11. So we go to question 11. Question 11 is as follows. The suitable port for connecting a printer is A. A suitable port for connecting a printer is A VGA port, B USB port, C socket port, D plug port. Okay, so when you're connecting a printer to a computer, where do you connect the cable from the computer, from the printer to the computer? Okay, how do you connect the cable from a printer to a computer? Okay, so let's start with A. We are told VGA port is where we connect the cable from the computer. Mostly VGA, which is video graphic array port, are used to connect monitors or projectors to a computer. So if you want to connect your TV to a computer, you are going to make use of the VGA ports, which are video graphic arrays. Okay, then we come to B, which is USB port. Okay, USB port, which is the abbreviation for Universal Serial Bus ports, are designed for connecting various peripherals like printers, keyboards, mice, and external drives. So those are the devices that you can connect to the computer, mouse and the external hard drives. So when we look at C, we can see that even I've mentioned about the printer. So the correct answer is B, which is USB port. So if you want to connect a printer to a computer, you use the USB port. Okay, we come to C, which is socket. Can you connect the printer to the computer through the socket? This term is vague, and in computing, socket usually refers to a network connection, not physical port. Okay, so when we have sockets, is on the hose where we plug in to tap electricity. In computer, when you talk about sockets, these are different things. Like you can't have them physical. These are network thing related. Okay, so sockets is not the correct answer. When look at the plug port, this is not a standard term in computing. Plug means to plug refers to connector, not the part itself. Okay, so D again is not correct. So B is the correct answer. Let's come to question 12. Question 12 is as follows. The following are examples of negative social effects of using computers, except the following are examples of negative social effects of using computer, except. So let's talk about A, which is cyberbullying. Okay, what is cyberbullying? This is the use of digital platforms to harass, threaten, or imbalance others. Okay, we have seen what has been happening recently, where people have taken videos where they are doing things that are not good for public consumption. You see people posting them, and then people, they get embarrassed or they are humiliated because what they felt was private life has come to open. That can also be referred as cyberbullying, because to make people get embarrassed. That's what you have done. Now, when you look at B, which is cybercrime. So cybercrime, this is criminal activities carried out using computers or internet, such as hacking, identity theft, and online scams. Okay, so we have seen people being scammed. Recently, there was the PMG issue now, which is still burning. People have been scammed a lot of money. Okay, that is can also be categorized as cybercrime. Okay, that is cybercrime. So basically, those are things that consist of cybercrime. These are bad. Now, remember the question is, the following are examples of negative social effects of using computers, except. So we're looking for something that is good. Okay, cybercrime is not good. Deskilling. So what does that mean? That is the technology replacing, that is when technology replaces human tasks. Okay, like when we have got a lot of robots that are coming in, which are performing tasks that humans can do, that is de-skilling. Okay, leading to reduction in the need for certain skills. Okay, so some other things can do those skills that can offer job to you. So that means and that is de-skilling. Now when you talk about de-skilling, this which is de-skilling, the process of learning new skills to adapt to technology changes, that is de-skilling. So that one is a good thing, which is D is the correct answer. Okay, if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. So we come to question 13. Dash is the type of malicious software that secretly collects personal information such as bank details. Okay, A, spyware, B, shareware, C, freeware, D, adware. Okay, so let's talk about these answers. Okay, spyware. So let's define what A, which is spyware. What is spyware? Spyware is a type of malicious software designed to secretly monitor and correct information from a user computer without their knowledge. So, which is A, that is spyware. So, the question is asking us the type of malicious software that secretly collects personal information such as bank details is spyware, which is A. So, there I can humbly say A, which is spyware. Okay, never mind on the size of the letters I'm writing, but you can write smaller ones that can just be inside. Okay, I'm just using my hand to write. Sorry, I don't have the pen that could have helped me to write properly, so please bear with me with that, but please make sure you write neatly. Okay, question 14. Oh, sorry, we got to B. We have found A to be the correct answer. What is B? Shareware. What is shareware? Shareware is a software that is distributed for free on a trial basis, often with limited features or time restriction. Okay, so this is when someone makes a software which he feels has got value. So to sell his software, he gives people a trial period where they use the software for free and later on they pay. This may have limited functions, and also maybe, or it can have just limited time. You access all the functions, but you have limited time, or you have the limited functions, but the time is open. This is freeware, just to entice you to buy that product. Okay, now when you talk about freeware, which is C, freeware. Freeware, this is a software that is completely free to use without any cost to the user. This one is just made to be free. That is freeware. Now let's talk about adware. Adware is a software. Now I'm talking about adware, which is an option for an option on D, which is adware is a software that automatically displays or downloads advertising materials, often in form of pop-ups. That is adware. Okay, so the correct answer is A on 13. We go to question 14, which is as follows. Why is it not advisable to open unknown emails? To avoid, why don't we need to open unknown emails? What are we trying to avoid? A, antiviruses installing itself on a computer. B, electronic transfer of money on a network. C, user being buried on a network. D, viruses attack data on a computer. Okay, so the reason why it is discouraged to open an email that is not known. A, antivirus installing itself on a computer. This is not correct. In fact, antivirus installing itself on a computer is an advantage to the user because it will protect the computer. But this is not the case why we are scared. Antivirus is a software that is designed to protect your computer. So installing it is good. It's not harming the computer. It's protecting the computer. So that could be a good thing. So this one is not the correct reason, and it's not malicious. So that one is not the reason why it's not advisable to open an email. if every email was having antiviruses, then we could have been opening all of them every day so that our computers can be protected. Now we come to B, which is electronic transfer of money on a network. This one is not really, unless otherwise if the email has got such a craft program whereby it has got those. So opening a non-email doesn't automatically trigger a money transfer, no. However, phishing emails may trick users into revealing bank details or clicking links that leads to fraudulent, transactions. So really, electronic transfer of money, that one will happen after you open an email and you do certain activities. Otherwise, the biggest challenge we have is not transfer of money, no. So the danger is indirect, not direct. It's through deception. You are tricked to do something. Okay. Now let's go to C, which is user being bullied on the net, on the internet. Okay, being bullied on the internet, yes, but cyberbullying is usually happens through social media, messaging apps or forums, not through random emails, So even though there can be some percentage of bullying where you receive an email that is bullying you, yeah, but it's not much. That's not the reason we are not allowed to open emails that we don't know. The biggest reason is viruses attacking data on a computer, which is D. So this is the reason why we don't open unknown emails, is because they will transfer viruses on our computer. So the correct answer is D. Let's go to question 15. Which of the following is an example of household appliance embedded with a microprocessor? So let's look at electric bulb. There's an electric bulb as a microprocessor, which is A. B, pressing iron. C, remote control. D, water tap. Do these elements have microprocessor? For us to know what is microprocessor, let's understand what is microprocessor. Microprocessor is a small electrical chip that acts as the brain of many digital devices. So this one is just the brain of digital devices. So do electric bulb has a brain? What does this brain do? It processes instructions, performs calculations, and control operations. Microprocessors are embedded in various appliances to make them smarter, more efficient, and responsive to user commands. So when we talk about the bulb, does the bulb process information? No. When we put the bulb, whenever we have put the bulb, it is always there just like that. So it doesn't have electric. So we can say traditional electric bulb simply emit light when powered on. Doesn't have a chip or processor. Pressing iron, this one is just there to remove wrinkles from the cloth and using heat. So what is there is the thermostat, which controls the heat of the pressing iron, not microprocessor. When look at remote control, you can press the button, it will switch off the device. It can, if you are watching a TV, you can fast forward, rewind, and other things. You can. It's more or less like a brain of the TV. So so meaning remote control has got a microprocessor, which is C. Because it thinks on behalf of the human being, like over a TV, aircon, those. So remote has got a microprocessor. When look at tap, this one is manual. So water tap, that one doesn't have microprocessor. So the correct answer is C, which is remote control. Remote control has got a microprocessor. We come to 16. During a presentation, slides are normally played in dash order. So how are they played in? So let's talk about A, alphabetical, B, descending, C, random, D, sequential. So here the correct answer is, let's look at A, alphabetical. When we talk about alphabetical, this is arranging items based on the letters of the alphabet. So the first letter of the word would determine the position of that. So with the presentation, that is not what really happens. Okay, so it can be one of the way you can arrange them, but presentation are not always in alphabetical. When you look at descending, again, the same thing I've said on alphabetical, descending and ascending, these depends, that is the wishes of or the person who's it doesn't mean that it will always be every presentation will be in descending or ascending order. No. Okay, so not all presentations are in descending order. Same applies with random, no specific order, slides appear unpredictably. This one, unless you also set it, but otherwise that is not the way it is. So according to the way you set it. Okay, so now when you give instruction to the way you have set the presentation, then we can say your presentation would come in sequential order. Regarding of the sequence you have arranged, the rule of your sequence you have made, so it is in sequential order. So the correct answer is G. Question 17 is as follows. An interruptible power supply, which is amps unit, can be used to, okay, so an interruptible power supply, which is UPS or amps unit, can be used to dash. Now let's look at the options. A, backup computer data. B, protect computer from power blackouts. C, protect a computer from solar power. D, protect a computer from virus blackout. Okay, so let's start with the A, okay, which is A. The option A is backup data, computer data, which is not correct. Okay, and apps does not store or backup data. That's the job of external hard drive or cloud storage or backup software. So apps is just there to provide temporary power, to allow you to switch off the computer when power is gone. So A is not correct, to backup data, no. When you come to B, okay, which is protect a computer from power blackouts. Okay, this one is correct. When you don't have power, these uninterrupted power supply, what will happen is will provide emergency power when the main electricity fails. It gives users time to save work and shut down safely. Okay, so immediately here there is no power or there is an indication that power is gone. Mostly you maybe some system will hear a beep say to indicate that there is no power. That means you start saving the information and switch off your computer safely. Okay, so this one prevents data loss and hardware damage during sudden outages. Now, like we have load shedding, the good part of it is the government have told us, has given us the schedule when power will be out. So meaning roughly if we know when power will be out, we are able to save data and also switch off the computer before the power goes. Okay, I know us Zambians, we like him. The computer just will be switched off when power goes off. We won't switch it on our own. So to protect our devices, we make sure we switch off power when we still have power. C, protect computer from solar power. This one is not correct. Solar power is a clean energy source, not a threat. So apps doesn't protect or doesn't protect against it. It can even work with the solar system. So this option is misleading and unrelated to apps technically. When you look at D, protect a computer from virus blackout. This is not correct because uninterruptible power, there is no such thing like virus blackout. Viruses affect software and data, not electricity. So that one D is not correct. So the correct answer, we said is B. So we're going to record B here, which is protect a computer from power blackout. 18. What is the best way to prevent data loss in a computer system? The best way to prevent data loss in a computer system. A, using a bigger computer. B, using a smaller computer. C, not switching off the computer. D, backing up data from the computer. What is the best way to prevent data loss in the computer system? So let's talk about A, using a bigger computer. What if you use a bigger computer? How can you save your data through using a bigger computer? This one, no, it's not correct. The size of the computer has nothing to do with data safety. A bigger computer might have more storage or power, but it doesn't prevent data loss. Okay, so basically A is not correct. You can't protect data by using a bigger computer. Using a smaller computer, just like I said on top there, the size of the computer doesn't help in saving data. Okay, so that means whether the computer is big or small, the size won't protect the data loss. Okay, or won't prevent the data loss. C, not switching off the computer. Leaving a computer on doesn't guarantee data is safe. In fact, it can increase the risk of overheating, power surge, or system, and then the system will crash. Okay, if there is power surge, then the system will crash. So that means leaving the computer will either increase the power surge or cause system crash. These two things, they happen. So leaving the computer on does not help you to prevent data loss. Backing up data from the computer, this one is correct. So we can even write D correct as an answer, as a correct answer. So if you have any information on the computer, you get an external drive, you get that information, you put it on the external drive. That means that if the computer crashes, if the computer is attacked by viruses, even if the data that is on the computer get lost, you are going to have a backup on the external drive, which you can later on, after fixing the computer, you can recover that. Okay, so let's go to question 19. So 18, we have said the correct answer is D. Question 19, which is the layout of first top 6 letters on the keyboard is dash. The layout of the first 6 letters on the keyboard is, okay, so okay, so this one we can even try to be a bit practical. Let me just see, prompt the use of the computer. Let me bring this. Okay, let me just make it big. Okay, so the first 6 letters of the computer, so you can see we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the first 6 letters of the computer. Which is the correct answer is what? Tell me. We have this one. Write in the comment section. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the first 6 letters of the letters on the first top. Okay, the first top 6 letters on the keyboard. These are the ones. Okay, so I hope you can see them here. So write the answer, the correct answer, in the comment section from this keyboard, the one we have seen, the ones you have seen on the keyboard. So which one has got the correct answer? Okay, so I think I've used my keyboard for the reason I wanted. So the correct answer is Z. We can write the correct answer to be C. Okay, so the correct answer is C. The correct answer is C. What? Okay, what? Let's hope that is the answer you have written in the comment section. Okay, so that one I can't even explain much because that one is feasible. Because when we talk about A, which is A, S, D, F, G, H, that one, these are the first 6 letters on the second law, not the first letter. And then when you look at that one was supposed to be that one is misspelled, because where there is W, there is U, and where there is Y, there is I. So it's misspelled. C is correct. D, when you look at D again, these are the first 6 letters on the bottom row of the keyboard. So again, D is not correct. So the correct answer is C. What does exam represent in the email address exam@gmail.com? What does exam represent in the email address exam@gmail.com? Okay, so let's start with let's talk about A, which is A, we have domain name. Okay, so A, we have domain name. Let's talk about A, which is domain name. Okay, so what is domain name? So domain name is the part after the @ symbol. In the case gmail.com is a domain name. Okay, gmail.com, that is the domain name. Okay, now let's come to B, which is email address. Okay, so when you talk about email address, that is exam@gmail.com as a whole is an email address. So when they tell you to give me the email address, you give them the complete email address. You give them the complete email address. So in this case, exam@gmail.com, that is the email address. Now when you come to C, which is host name, the host name refers to the server or system that hosts the domain, like mail, Google, okay, .com, something like that. Okay, so that is the host name. Okay, the people who are or the host of your email address. Okay, it's more technical and not direct, so visible in basic email address. Okay, so that means host name is not correct. Now let's talk about user name, which is D. Username in the email address exam@gmail.com, the part before the @ symbol, that is the username. So mostly before @ what is there is the name of the person, the name of the company, the name of an organization. That's why it is even referred to as a username. So this is the name of the user. Okay, it's made up of the name of the user. So it is exam@gmail.com because the user of this email is exam. So the correct answer is D. So we record D like this. Okay, so basically these are the answers that examiners expected you to write in section A. If you have got questions, I'm here to respond to them. If there are no questions, I'm glad that you don't have questions. You have understood everything. We can go to section B. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I encourage you to subscribe. If you found this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friends. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching.
Section B, 20 marks. There are 15 questions in this section. Answer all the questions in this section by using one word or a short phrase. Write all your answers in the spaces provided. Now let's go to question 1. Audio output is produced by the speaker. Audio output refers to sound that comes from a computer or electronic device, like music, voice, alerts, or any other sound signals. A speaker is the device responsible for producing audio output. It converts electrical signals from the computer into sound waves that we can hear. Speakers can be built in, like in laptops and phones, or external, plugged into desktops or sound systems. Other audio output devices include headphones for private listening, earphones, smaller, portable version of headphones, Bluetooth speakers, wireless audio output devices. Now let's go to question 2. A megabyte is equivalent to dash kilobytes and a gigabyte is equivalent to dash megabytes. A megabyte is equivalent to 1024 kilobytes and a gigabyte is equivalent to 1024 megabytes. In digital storage, data is measured using binary units. Here's how it works. 1 kilobyte, KB, equals 1,024 bytes. 1 megabyte, MB, equals 1,024 kilobytes. 1 gigabyte, GB, equals 1,024 megabytes. This is based on the binary system used by computers where values increase in powers of 2. So instead of rounding to 1,000, we use 2 to the power of 10 equals 1,024. Why not 1,000? While some marketing materials, especially for hard drives, use 1,000 for simplicity, the true technical standard in computing is 1,024 because of binary architecture. Now let's go to question 3. Dash is the device used at the processing stage, and dash is used at the storage stage. Correct answer: Central Processing Unit, CPU, is the device used at the processing stage, and hard disk drive, or HDD, or solid-state drive, SSD, is used at the storage stage. Processing stage, CPU. The CPU, Central Processing Unit, is often called the brain of the computer. It handles all instructions, calculations, and decision-making processes. During the processing stage, the CPU executes commands from software and manages data flow. Storage stage, HDD or SSD. The HDD or SSD stores data permanently. This includes documents, software, videos, and system files. Unlike RAM, which is temporary, HDD or SSD retains data even when the computer is turned off. Summary. Stage. Device used, function. Processing, CPU. Executes instructions and processes data. Storage, HDD or SSD. Saves data for long-term use. Now, let's go to question 4. The two major components that enable a computer to perform its tasks are hardware and... Correct answer: software. A computer needs two major components to function effectively. 1. Hardware. This refers to the physical parts of the computer. Examples include the monitor, keyboard, mouse, CPU, hard drive, and motherboard. Hardware is what you can see and touch. 2. Software. This refers to the programs and instructions that tell the hardware what to do. Examples include operating systems like Windows, applications like Word or Excel, and games. Software is invisible but essential. It controls how the hardware behaves. Summary. Component. Hardware, the body of the computer. Role, the body of the computer. Software, the brain that gives instructions. Without software, hardware is just a lifeless shell. And without hardware, software has nowhere to run. Now let's go to question 5. An address of a website is also known as blank. Correct answer: URL, Uniform Resource Locator. An address of a website is technically called a URL, which stands for Uniform Resource Locator. It tells your browser where to find a specific web page on the internet. A URL usually includes a protocol, for example, HTTPS, a domain name, for example, www.example.com, and a path, for example, /aboutus. Together, they form the URL. Example: for the website address https:/www.google.com/search, HTTPS is the protocol. www.google.com is the domain name. /search is the path. Summary. URL. The meaning, the full web address used to locate a web page. Domain name, the name of the website, for example, google.com. Web address, a general term, often used interchangeably with URL.
Okay, we come to question 6, which is dash and dash are examples of health risk that might affect the learner who uses computers for many hours. Okay, so I'm going to pick the most two common risks that might affect the learners who uses the computer for many hours. Okay, so I'm going to pick eye strain and back pain. Okay, so if a person is using a computer for a longer period of time, may have eye strain. Now let me talk about eye strain. Okay, before I write them, I want us to talk about eye strain. Okay, so let me do this. What is eye strain? Sorry, I want also to be typing. So let me put first here. Let me put the answer here, which is eye strain. Okay. Okay. Eye strain. What if I? Okay. So that is one, eye strain. Let me talk about eye strain as my answer. Why I've brought it out. Okay, so eye strain is caused by staring at a screen for extended period of time without blinking or resting. Okay, so you have just fixed your eyes on the computer without blinking or resting. That means you're going to have this problem, which is eye strain. Okay, so how do you know that you have got eye strain? Dry eyes, blurred vision, headache, and difficult focusing. So you have difficulty in focusing. That means you have eye strain. Okay, so how can you prevent this? Follow the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. So after 20 minutes, you can set an alarm. Then immediately after 20 minutes, you look at something that is 20 feet away for 20 seconds. Okay, so if you can do more than that, 20 seconds looking at something that is far away, that means to help you not to have that difficulty. Okay, the other one I said is back pain. Okay, so the other one is back pain. Okay, so that is the other one. So back pain and eye strain and back pain are examples of health risk that might affect the learner who uses a computer for long hours, for many hours. So what causes back pain? Mostly is poor sitting posture. Okay, lack of ergonomic chairs or slouching while using a computer. Okay, so symptoms are pain in the lower back, stiffness, and discomfort. So you start feeling discomfort then in your back, then you know that I've developed the back pain issue. Prevention: use a supportive chair, sit upright, and take regular stretch breaks. Okay, so you make sure you take regular stretch breaks. Okay, so those are the answers. We come to question 7, which is in PowerPoint, pages where text is entered are called in PowerPoint. Pages where text are entered are called, so they are called the slides. Okay, they are called the slides. Pages are called the slides in PowerPoint. Pages are called slides. Okay, that is the answer. I don't know what else I can add on, but in Microsoft PowerPoint, our pages are called the slides. Okay, we come to 8. Zoom out is achieved by clicking the dash symbol, and zoom in is achieved by clicking the dash symbol. That is question 8. So to zoom out, which symbol do you click? Okay, which symbol do you click? So When you want to zoom out, you click the minus symbol. Okay, you click the minus symbol. That's now you zoom out. Okay, when you want to zoom in, you click the plus symbol. Okay, so when you click minus symbol, you are making the content to appear smaller. When you click the plus symbol, you are making the content to be big. Okay, so what we can say now here, we can write to zoom out, we click a minus symbol, so we can put that word. You click the minus symbol. Then to zoom in, you click the plus symbol. Okay, you click the plus symbol. So those are the answers there for the two. Okay, all right. So what is there is, I can see that the way this symbol is written, I didn't know how I didn't pay attention to that as well. So you click the minus symbol, so which I'm going to put in brackets and write minus symbol, and also down here I'm going to do the same. Okay, in bracket I can also put in the word which is plus symbol, so I'm going to write plus symbol. Okay, so that's what you do. Okay, you click the minus or plus symbol like that. Then when you want to zoom out, you click the minus symbol. When you want to zoom out, you click the plus symbol. Okay, let's go to question 9. So question 9 is as follows. The illegal copying, distribution, and use of software is known as illegal copying and use of the illegal copying, distribution, and use of software is known as software piracy. It's known as software piracy. So let me write the answer there. It is called software piracy. So it's called the software piracy. Sorry, I don't know. There should be software piracy. Okay, it's called software piracy. Okay, so what is software piracy? Software piracy refers to unauthorized copying, sharing, and installation or use of software without proper licensing or permission from the creator or company. So majority of the people that owns a lot of computers in the world, they rely on piracy. Okay, that's why I can see cracked mode and other things, code generator, other things, just to enhance piracy. Okay, maybe they don't have enough funds to buy original copies, so they end up pirating the softwares. Okay, we come to 10. A link of computers within a school is known as a link of computers within the school is known as, okay, the link of computer within the school is called, so that is local area network, which is we can say local area network. Okay, so that is the local area network. Okay, so a link of computer within the school is the local area network, which is also abbreviated as the LAN. Okay, it is abbreviated as LAN, where I just get L, A, and N. Okay, let me just put that one on top, LAN. So when they tell you to say what is the meaning of LAN, just know that that is the local area network. Okay, so I can even put it here at the end. Now there is no space. Let me just put it on top here. I hope you can understand. That is LAN, local area network. L for local, area, that is A for area, N for network. Okay, so that is what is that code. Okay. We come to question 11. What is the file extension for the files that store Word documents? Okay, the extension for a file that contains Word document. So that one is the extension is so we say dot docx. That is the extension for any document that has got that stored Word documents. Okay, so that is docx or docx. Okay, we come to question 12. Okay, question 12 is as follows. Brochures, leaflets, and newsletters can be created using dash software. Okay, so what software can we use to create brochures, leaflets, and newsletters? So the software we can use is Publisher. The software is Publisher. Okay, we can use Publisher. So let me write the answer here. So the software is Publisher, which is you can also refer to as desktop publishing software. Okay, so mostly in computer we have Publisher. Okay, so you use Publisher to create those brochures and leaflets as well as newsletters. Okay, so Publisher there. Okay, now let's go to question 13. We go to question 13. We go to question 13. The boldface, to boldface in Microsoft Word means to make text appear. Okay, so to boldface in Microsoft Word means to make the text appear. So we are trying to make the to boldface in Microsoft Word means to make text appear darker than other characters or thicker than other characters. So here the correct answer we can say is since it's revision, I'm going to bring out O2, darker, thicker than other characters. So here we can say we make them to appear darker and thick. Okay, than other characters. So you apply that so that they become darker and thicker. Let me say thicker than other characters. Okay, so to boldface in Microsoft Word means to make text appear darker and thicker. Okay, now let's come to question 14, which is the symbol C in a circle means, okay, so the symbol C in the circle means what? Okay, C in the circle means copyright, copyright. So there we write the word copyright. Okay, that is copyright. Okay, we come to 15. Dash is a method of securing and making data unreadable. So if you want to make your data unreadable, what do? you encrypt it. You encrypt it. Okay, you encrypt it. So once it's encrypted, it cannot be accessed unless with the code or the password you have made. So you encrypt it. So that is the encryption. Okay, so encryption is a method of securing and making data unreadable. Okay, that is the encryption. Okay, so we have come to the end of section B, and we have written all the answers. Okay, so thank you so much for you people who have been with me up to this stage. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you found this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friends. Remember, sharing is caring, so make sure you share with your friends. And please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We know this is the grade 9. This is the last grade 9 exam. Please, we also do grade 12 work, so stay with us. If you love the way we explain, stay with us. If you want us to be explaining differently, maybe the way we explain doesn't, you don't understand very well, maybe in the way we approach our subjects, please, you can also write in the comment section. We will change for you, because the essence of creating Easy Learning zed-Mathematics is for you guys to make sure that your future are bright. Your futures are bright. So if we are not making that happen, then you can advise us. Definitely, we will improve according to the way you want us to improve, or we improve in the right direction. Okay, we can't promise you that we improve according to the way we want you to improve, but we improve in the way that it will provoke you to work extra hard and also to improve. That's the essence. So if you advise us to be laissez-faire, we're going to improve to encourage you to do more. That's what we mean. So make sure you tell us how impactful our channel is to your life. If it's not, then we're going to do better and improve. Okay, thank you so much. Let's go to section C.
Section C, 30 marks. There are 5 questions in this section. Answer all the questions in the spaces provided. Now let's go to question 1A. What do the letters R, S, I stand for in computer terms? Correct answer, repetitive strain injury. RSI, repetitive strain injury, is a health condition caused by repeating the same physical movements over and over, especially when using computers or digital devices for long periods. In computer use, RSI can affect fingers and wrists from typing or clicking, neck and shoulders from poor posture, back from sitting too long without support. Common symptoms: pain or stiffness in fingers or wrists, tingling or numbness, weakness or fatigue in affected areas. Prevention tips for learners: take regular breaks every 30 to 60 minutes, use ergonomic chairs and keyboards, stretch and adjust posture often, avoid excessive force when typing or clicking. Now let's go to question 1B. State one symptom of RSI. Correct answer, pain in the fingers or wrists. One common symptom of repetitive strain injury, RSI, is pain in the fingers or wrists, especially after long periods of typing or using a mouse. Why it happens? RSI is caused by repeating the same movements over and over without enough rest. In computer use, this often means typing, clicking, or scrolling for hours. Other possible symptoms include tingling or numbness, stiffness or swelling, weak grip strength. Prevention tip for learners: take regular breaks, stretch your hands, and use ergonomic tools like a proper keyboard and mouse setup. Now let's go to question 1C. Give 2 causes of RSI. Correct answer, prolonged typing or mouse use, poor sitting posture, lack of regular breaks. Repetitive strain injury is caused by repeating the same movements or staying in uncomfortable positions for long periods. Here's how each cause contributes. 1. Prolonged typing or mouse use. Constant use of the keyboard or mouse without rest strains the muscles and tendons in the fingers, wrists, and arms. This can lead to pain, stiffness, or swelling. 2. Poor sitting posture. Slouching or sitting incorrectly puts pressure on the neck, shoulders, and back. Over time, this leads to discomfort and long-term injury. 3. Lack of regular breaks. Staying in one position or doing the same task for hours without moving increases the risk of strain. Taking short breaks help muscles relax and recover. Tip for learners: use the 20-20-20 rule for eyes, stretch every hour, and sit upright with feet flat on the floor. Correct answer? The 20-20-20 rule is a simple eye care technique used to prevent eye strain when using screens. The 20-20-20 rule helps protect your eyes from digital eye strain, especially when using computers, tablets, or phones for long periods. Here's how it works. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds. Why it matters? Staring at screens for too long can cause dry eyes, blurred vision, and headaches. This rule gives your eyes a chance to rest and refocus, reducing fatigue. Tip for learners: you can set a timer or use apps that remind you to take breaks. Even looking out a window or across the classroom helps. Now let's go to question 1D. Give 2 preventive measures of RSI. Here are 2 correct preventative measures for repetitive strain injury, RSI, along with explanations. 1. Take regular breaks from repetitive tasks. RSI often results from prolonged, repetitive movements, especially in activities like typing, using a mouse, or manual labor. Taking short breaks every 20 to 30 minutes allows muscles and tendons to rest and recover, reducing strain and preventing inflammation. These breaks can include stretching, walking, or simply changing posture. 2. Maintain proper ergonomic posture and equipment setup. Using ergonomically designed furniture and tools like adjustable chairs, wrist supports, and properly positioned monitors helps maintain neutral body alignment. This minimizes stress on joints and muscles. For example, keeping your wrists straight while typing and ensuring your screen is at eye level can significantly reduce the risk of RSI.
Now let's go to question 2. Free programs or apps are very popular on computers and smartphones. Now let's go to question 2A. Give 1 computer app that is also found on a smartphone. WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a free messaging app available on both computers via WhatsApp web or desktop app and smartphones. It allows users to send texts, make voice or video calls, and share files across devices. Now let's go to question 2B. State 2 advantages of using free programs. 1. Cost saving. Free programs help users avoid spending money on software, making them accessible to people with limited budgets. 2. Easy access and installation. Most free apps are simple to download and install, often without needing registration or payment, which encourages widespread use. Now let's go to question 2C. Give 1 disadvantage of free programs. Free programs may lack advanced tools, regular updates, or customer support compared to paid versions. This can affect performance or security. Now, let's go to question 2D. Give 2 advantages of buying a program instead of copying it. 1. Legal and ethical use. Buying software ensures you're using it legally, respecting the developer's rights and avoiding piracy. 2. Full access to features and support. Purchase programs often come with premium features, regular updates, and customer service, benefits not available in copied or pirated versions.
Now, let's go to question 3. The following is a picture of a network with 3 devices connected. Use it to answer the questions that follow. Now, let's study the diagram and pay attention to details. After thorough study of the diagram, let's go and answer the questions. Now, let's go to question 3A. What is the type of network shown above? Wireless network. The diagram shows devices, laptop, printer, smartphone, connected without cables. Instead, they use wireless signals like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth to communicate. This setup is called a wireless network because it doesn't rely on physical wires. Now let's go to question 3B. Give 1 advantage of this network. Easy mobility and flexibility. Wireless networks allow users to move freely with their devices while staying connected. For example, you can print from your phone or laptop without plugging in any cables.
perfect for homes, schools, or offices. Now let's go to question 3C. State 2 disadvantages of using this network. Number 1, signal interference or instability. Wireless signals can be affected by walls, distance, or other electronic devices. This may cause slow connections or dropped signals. Number 2, security risks. Wireless networks are easier to hack if not properly protected. Without strong passwords and encryption, unauthorized users can access the network and steal data. Now let's go to question 3D. Explain how files from a smartphone can be transferred to a laptop. Files can be transferred using Bluetooth or Wi-Fi-based apps like ShareIt or Google Drive. Bluetooth allows direct wireless file sharing between devices within close range. Wi-Fi apps like ShareIt or cloud services like Google Drive let users upload files from the phone and download them on the laptop. These methods are fast, cable-free, and commonly used in homes and schools.
Now let's go to question 4. The following picture shows part of spreadsheet program. Now let's study the diagram and pay attention to details. After thorough study of the diagram, let's go and answer the questions. Now let's go to question 4A. Name feature X. The feature X is the Select All button. In Excel, the Select button is the small gray triangle located at the top left corner of the worksheet where the row numbers and column letters intersect. Now, what is the function of Select All button? The function of Select All button are 1. Selects the entire worksheet. Every cell in every row and column becomes highlighted. 2. Applies formatting globally. You can change font, size, color, borders, or alignment for all cells at once. 3. Useful for bulk actions. Adjusting column widths or row heights for all cells, clearing all contents or formatting, copying or pasting the entire sheet, applying conditional formatting or data validation across the whole sheet. Bonus tip. Double-clicking the border of a column header after using the Select All button will auto-fit all columns to the content width. Same goes for rows. Now let's go to question 4B. How are the cells A1 to D1 made into a single cell? By selecting cells A1 to D1 and clicking Merge and Center on the toolbar. This action combines multiple cells into one and centers the text inside. It's commonly used for titles or headings in spreadsheets to make them stand out. Now let's go to question 4C. Write down the formula that was entered in cell D3 to calculate the subtotal for bread. The formula that was entered was =B3 star C3. To calculate the subtotal, you multiply the unit price in cell B3 by the quantity in cell C3. The formula equals to B3 star C3 does exactly that and places the result in cell D3. Now let's go to question 4D. Explain how the subtotal in cell D4 to D7 can be produced in a quick way. To produce the subtotal in a quickest way, we use the fill handle to copy the formula from D3 down to D7. Instead of typing the formula in each cell, you can click on cell D3, then drag the small square at the bottom right corner called the fill handle down to D7. This automatically copies and adjusts the formula for each row.
Now let's go to question 5. The following is a passage typed in a word processing program. Use it to answer the questions that follow. Now let's study the diagram and pay attention to details. After thorough study of the diagram, let's go and answer the questions. Now let's go to question 5A. How was the title positioned in its current place? The title was centered using the alignment tool in the formatting toolbar. In word processing programs like Microsoft Word, you can select the title text and click the center alignment icon to position it in the middle of the page. This makes headings look neat and professional. Now let's go to question 5b. Explain how the text in paragraph 2 was created without retyping paragraph 1. Paragraph 1 was copied and pasted to create paragraph 2. Instead of typing the same text again, the user likely selected paragraph 1, used the copy command, Ctrl+C, then pasted it below, Ctrl+V. This saves time and ensures the text is exactly the same. Now let's go to question 5c. Give one advantage of a word processing program. It allows easy editing of text. Word processors let users change, delete, or rearrange text quickly without starting over. You can fix spelling mistakes, move paragraphs, or format text with just a few clicks. Now let's go to question 5d. Apart from a letter, give one other Office document that can be created by a word processing program. A report. Word processing programs are used to create many types of documents, including reports, memos, invoices, and meeting minutes. These are common in schools, offices, and businesses.